keeping our focus on the DC shootings. US President Trump is using the incidents to double down on one of the most hardline priorities of his administration. That's immigration. This time, immigration from Afghanistan, a nation the US invaded in response to the 9/11 attacks and remained there for over 2 decades, leaving a trail of devastation and humanitarian tragedies. In a brief video statement, President Trump said the suspect involved in the attack was a foreigner who entered the US from Afghanistan. Then he shifted the focus away from the event itself and towards a broader policy push, ordering a full-scale review of the entry of Afghan citizens into the United States. Trump linked the shooting suspect's arrival to the 2021 evacuation mission from Afghanistan, when US forces finally left the country. Following that, the Taliban took over Kabul after ousting President Ashraf Ghani's government. Referring to the US evacuation process from Afghanistan as those infamous flights, Trump claimed the previous Biden administration allowed dangerous individuals to enter without adequate vetting.
As President of the United States, I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest possible price. I can report tonight that based on the best available information, the Department of Homeland Security is confident that the suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021 on those infamous flights that everybody was talking about. Nobody knew who was coming in. Nobody knew anything about it.
And this set the stage for his next move, a call to re-examine every single immigrant who has entered the country from Afghanistan under the Joe Biden administration.
We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden, and we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country. If they can't love our country, we don't want them. America will never bend and never yield in the face of terror.
US Citizenship and Immigration Services announced an immediate suspension of all immigration processing for Afghan nationals. This means a freeze on asylum claims, green card applications, work permits, family reunifications, and long-pending humanitarian cases. The agency said the halt would remain until a new review of security and vetting protocols is completed. For thousands of Afghan evacuees still navigating the US immigration system, the announcement throws their future into uncertainty. Many had already gone through one of the most extensive background screenings applied to any migrant group entering the United States. Advocacy groups are pushing back. A group which helped resettle evacuees after the US withdrawal said Afghans undergo some of the most extensive security vetting of any migrants. It warned against using an isolated and violent act to stigmatise a whole community. And with Afghan processing frozen and a full review underway, the political and human impact of these decisions will unfold over the coming weeks as debates intensify over who gets to enter America, who gets to stay, and on what terms.
I wore the crown of a revolutionary. I promised to lift my nation. I claimed to fight imperialism. I became the very thing I warned against. I funded militias across continents. I feared my own shadow. Some called me the King of Kings. History calls me something else. The Dictator. Who am I?